What's up, everybody? Old School NYC Gamer back once again here with another video, and I'm going to be showing you some pickups that I got last year. Last year? What the hell? Last year? Oh, that's right. I was supposed to show you the pickups that I got last year, but it took a year to get here. Long story short, me and my wife were on our honeymoon out in Los Angeles, and of course we went to Las Vegas for a few days. You know, because newlyweds got to do the Vegas thing, especially if you're out there. Now, thanks to my father-in-law, you know, things happen. A lot of us are busy, but he finally had the time to send the stuff out. So, big props to him. Now, of course, while I was out there, wifey took me out to a couple of Goodwills and Big Lots, and one store in Vegas that I'll talk to you about in a minute, which I'll get way more into as I get into it. But I'm going to try to make this video as quickly as possible. Now, for the 1 year in the making pickups video, here it is. Now, going to Big Lots, I saw these. I had to grab them. I'm a huge, Marvel fan from back in the day, more old school than new school. But especially one of these cars I had to get, and especially the design of it, just screamed out for me to get it. But let me show you the first one here I got for $3 at a Big Lots. You can see right there from the diecast collection Marvel Ultimate is Captain America. As you can see right there. Very 1940s. I forgot the specific model that this was. It doesn't really say that much about it. When you look in the back, of course, actually no, if you look, it really just says the, what kind of car they drive, and let's say the year of the model of the make of the car itself. Now, next off, this is one I had to get, and that is the Punisher. And it definitely screams out badass, if you can see right there. Sorry, it's not zooming in quickly as it should be, people. But yeah, the detail on this, very simplified but very cool. Very cartoonish, but I do like how they did this one. Now, of course, going to the Goodwill, I saw this, I believe, for... I honestly can't remember how much it was. So I just grabbed it, and this is something I could use for the game room. And when you see what I'm going to be getting before Christmas, you'll see why. Now, this is an AV selector. Now, the reason why I got this, of course, this takes 3 inputs. So if you figure, I'm going to have my Xbox here, my PS2 here, and my Dreamcast over here, or Super Nintendo, or whatever. And of course, you just got to pull the switch, 1, 2, 3, and this will go out to the television. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, I'll talk more about this when I show you the new/used TV that I will be getting very soon. Now, onto the pickups, everybody. Gaming pickups. It took a year in the freaking making. Now thinking about it, it actually almost did take a freaking year. Anyway, I hit up this one store called the Gamer's Paradise. Now, for a lot of you who are out, don't really know much about Las Vegas, a Gamer's Paradise is a local retro gaming store that is literally 20-second walk from the Pinball Hall of Fame. So once you go out and you turn right, it's basically right there. I mean, you can't miss it. And the store now, sadly, the footage I got from Classic Gaming Expo when I filmed that got lost. The store has improved way, way, way much. Totally looks amazing. You got to check it out, people. I will leave the info for Gamer's Paradise down there. If they have a Facebook or a website, I will leave it down there. You got to check the store out. Their prices are actually pretty decent, just as good as Digital Press. The prices are very fair, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, let me just, we're going to go from the old school up into the newer gen stuff. I'm just going to get to it as quick as I can here. Now, of course, for the Atari 2600, I got the picture label version of Othello. Next up, I got the red label version of Circus Atari. Next up, people, no label, but I will print one out and tape it on this sucker, and that is Space Chase from Apollo. They didn't make the best games, but I saw this, and believe it or not, all these games were $1 each. So, $1, you can't beat that. And now, moving on to the Sega Genesis games. Let's see, they had the, dollar bin, and you're probably already going to know, because I know for my boy, RRob78, he's going to love this one. John Madden Football 92 for the Genesis. I remember playing this with a neighbor or one of my friends who used to live around the corner from my house. This brings back a lot of good memories. This is the reason why I got it. And next off here, people, I did have this, but I said, what the hell, I'll get it again. This is Joe Montana 2 Sports Talk Football, if it will freaking focus. Guess not, but there it is right there. And next off, people, getting into a little more of the better games here. Got Fatal Labyrinth. And for $3 each, people, I got myself a copy of Outrun 2019. And I actually have seen some gameplays of this. I want to do one myself just to see how this game is. It's actually, you know, from how the game looks, it's pretty cool. So hence why I wanted to get it. And last off here for the Genesis games, I got Urban Strike, the sequel to Jungle Strike. Now, like I said, this was $3. Like I said, for a retro gaming store, that's actually not too bad. Now, the Goodwill. Me and the wife went to Goodwill. She had to get a sweater. I, of course, had to just look to see, you know, for the hell of it, see what I could find. Now, these were slightly overpriced. I know I've seen some people, some of these NES games at Goodwill go anywhere from $1 to $3. But hey, it was my vacation, my honeymoon. I worked hard for it, so what the hell. For $3.99 at a Goodwill, I found the Chessmaster and the Bard's Tale. Now, I know I've seen some gameplay of this, so I might give this one a crack and see, you know, what I think about it. Now, continuing on, people. Now, going back to A Gamer's Paradise. All these games are labeled. I'll tell you which games are what and how much I paid for them. Let's see. Let's try to go over to the cheapest game, or a couple of the cheapest games. One good, one eh. And we'll get into those in a minute. And, of course, right here, I had to get NES Play Action Football. And I got that for $1. Over here, this is from SNK, Lee Trevino's Fighting Golf. I paid $1 for that. And next off, people are going to get some more of the better titles here. Well, this one, I know it for being an NES black box game, and I know they're getting not exactly rare, but a little more hard to find in the wild, especially in this kind of condition. I got Wild Gum in here, and that was $5. Honestly, I believe this would have been, you know, it's not really worth $5. If anything, it should be worth $3. But hey, you know, I had to get it because I did not have it in my collection. And next off here, people, we got Mission Impossible, and I paid $3 for that game. Next up here, we got Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and that was $3. And of course here, people, some of the more notorious games. Got Bart versus the Space Mutants, and that one was $5. And of course, you know, it being a Simpsons game, I wasn't surprised that it would be charged that much. Next up, we have Captain Skyhawk, and I paid a whopping $2 for this. But it's a Milton Bradley game, so I'm not holding my breath on how the gameplay is for this. And next off, people, and this one definitely does need to be cleaned. It looks like crap. From Data East, this is Tag Team Wrestling, and you could see the crud on this freaking game. I mean, that is absolutely freaking disgusting. If you could see that crud. I don't know why it would not focus, but trust me, it looks like crap. But hey, for $3, eh. And for $2, I got a World Class Track Meet, and of course this requires the power pad. Actually, no, it doesn't. But anyway, World Class Track Meet. And next off, as all my games fly all over the place, you couldn't be in Vegas without getting this game, and this is Vegas Dream. And of course, thanks to UPS, or actually I say FedEx, because they screwed up, nice little crack in the cartridge. So I'm going to try to see if there's some way I could fix this, or just put a piece of duct tape over it, or whatever I could do with this one. Okay, and last but not least, the one game I was going to show you that fell over, if I could get my hands on it. Give me a second here. I know it was in here, and all my games are flying all over the place. A classic arcade game, very underrated. One of my favorite games, and that is from Taito, and that is Renegade. Now, I paid $3 for this one, and actually that is not a bad deal for this game. I think it was a fair deal. But that's about it, people. I'm going to go clean up this mess. Sorry it took a year for all this, but, you know, it is what it is. I will be doing some gameplays, and especially eventually, when I have some time, use this freaking camera for the gameplay videos, that Sanyo Exacti that I showed you a couple of videos ago, and hopefully get some better gameplay videos out of this. And that's about it. Please, people, feel free to go on my Facebook fan page and like me over there. And if you're on Twitter, go hit me up on Twitter. Follow me on there when I do my gaming updates. And that's about it. Have a great night, everybody. Take care and be safe. Cheers.